And then a third week happens and both of you are in the room and you stand up and you give your weekly presentation as normal. He hasn't heard that you now need more referrals. He's thinking, why is he telling me what he does? He's already told me not to refer him, and he's not going to refer you. On this BNI Education Slot, I'm going to talk about something that I see happen all too often within BNI. It's a mistake that members make they really shouldn't be making. Now, typically this happens with trades, but I have also seen it happen with creatives and with other businesses and other industries as well. So what happens, what members do that is very wrong, is that if they are busy, if they are absolutely rammed with work and they can't take any more on, during their weekly presentation, they will do something like this. Thank you for all the referrals I've had over the last few weeks. I'm really busy and I can't take anything else on right now, so please don't refer me for the foreseeable future. Thank you. And then they'll sit down again. And what that's doing is that's telling everybody in the room, don't refer you. And that's what you want. I get it. If you are really busy, if you can't take on any more work, the last thing you want to do is let people down. You don't want someone to refer you if you can't do it, because you don't want to have to say, no, actually, sorry, you're going to have to go somewhere else. Because it's not good. It's not a good experience. I get why somebody might do it. The problem is, if you are telling everybody in the room that you are too busy, don't refer me, they will remember that. They will remember that beyond the point when you don't want them to remember that. And let's say, for instance, you've got a member in the room who hears you say, I'm too busy, please don't refer me, I don't need any more work. And then the following week, you've done the work that you were going to do, or you're approaching the end and you stand up in your weekly presentation and you say, oh, that big piece of work I had that I was really busy, that's coming to an end. So as of next week or the end of next week, I'm going to need more referrals. So please start referring me again. And that member that was there the previous week is not there this week. He hasn't heard you say that. And then the next week comes about and he's in the room, but you're not in the room because you're away that week. That's 2 weeks have gone by and he still thinks you don't need any more referrals. And then a third week happens and both of you are in the room and you stand up and you give your weekly presentation as normal. He hasn't heard that you now need more referrals. He's thinking, why is he telling me what he does? He's already told me not to refer him, and he's not going to refer you. So that's the problem. Not everyone is going to be there every week. They'll hear you tell them, don't refer me, but they won't be there when you tell them, actually, now I want you to start referring me again. So you shouldn't do it for that reason. There's also the problem that there'll be members in the room who aren't getting as much out of BNI. It always happens. It could be new members, it could be difficult niche members. Maybe they're not putting the effort in like you are, and they're not getting as much out of it. So they hear you stand up and say, I don't need any more referrals this week. They're thinking, that's all right for you, mate. You're doing brilliant. I'm not doing very well out of this, so I'm not going to refer you at all because you clearly have too much money, too much work. I'm going to put effort into myself and the people that are going to be able to help me. So you're doing yourself out of work there. But the biggest problem with this, is what I like to call the referral or sales pipeline. Now, anyone who's worked in sales will know that a pipeline is important. You can't just sell, get all of your sales done, that's it, following week, nothing happens. You need to have appointments booked in for the following week and the following week and the following week. You need to be doing meetings, one-to-ones, proposals, so that you can close sales every week to keep the work coming. You can't just suddenly go, right, that's it, I don't need any more referrals for 2 weeks, because then in 2 weeks' time, okay, I need referrals now. It's going to take time for it to start moving again. It's like driving a lorry or a truck in the US. If you're driving a lorry or a truck down the motorway or the freeway and you're going along at say 55 miles an hour in America, everything's moving fine, and then you slam on the brakes because you don't need any more referrals and you grind that truck to a halt, you don't then suddenly go, right, I'm ready to go again, hit the accelerator and bang, you're at 55 miles again just like that. No, it takes a lot of effort to get that thing moving. It takes a lot of effort to get it back up to speed. It's the same with BNI referrals. If you tell people to stop referring you, they will stop referring you. They will stop having conversations about you. They will stop thinking about you. They will stop dropping you into conversations with people who may want your services. If you then say, right guys, I need you to start referring me again, they're not suddenly going to start doing it. Time is required. It takes time to build effort, to build practice, to make it something that you do naturally. So if you tell people to stop referring you, you will slow your sales down and stop them, slow your referrals down and stop them, and it will take a long time for them to start up again. So the absolute worst thing you can do is stand up in a meeting and say, please don't refer me, I am far too busy. If you are too busy, there's a couple of things you could do instead. Maybe stand up in a meeting and rather than ask for a particular referral or talk about your services, maybe ask for an introduction to someone who could become a referral partner. So if you're a financial advisor, maybe ask for introductions to accountants. If you are a web designer, maybe ask for introductions to a marketing strategist. I'm looking to speak with more marketing strategists this week so that I can talk about potential referrals between ourselves. That's fine, because you're not going to get a referral just like that out of something like that. That's going to take time for it to happen. Or here's another idea, and this is possibly even more strategic. If you are, say, a carpet fitter, you could stand up and ask for introductions to other carpet fitters. I'm looking for other people who do what I do. Or if you're an IT company, I'm looking for introductions to other IT professionals so that you can talk with your competitors and potentially refer between you for when you do get too busy and you can't do any more work. You might be able to pass them work, possibly even for a referral commission or for exchange, and they give you a referral further down the line. That's something that could happen. There's even a podcast from Ivan Misner on this called Coopetition. It's about talking with your competition and cooperating so that you don't become competition, you actually can work together. That'll give you the opportunity to scale your business, to pass on referrals that you can't handle yourself because you're too busy, and potentially even earn money or earn goodwill from doing that. So that's all I wanted to say this week. Do not stand up in a BNI meeting and say, please don't refer me, I'm far too busy, because that is the absolute worst thing you can do. If you are too busy for referrals, ask for introductions to people who could refer you again, or ask for introductions to your competition so that you can pass work between yourselves and pass work on that you can't do yourself. Thank you.